Hey guys, so another customer reached out about the other build that I showed you, and one of my tips in this listings is provide the options to be able to upgrade the build for obviously an increased cost. Psychologically, I feel that this minimizes the buyer's thoughts and thinking. They are paying too much since there are other options to increase the power of the build. It's of course a little more taxing to have to keep up with more inventory on hand, but for me, I find it advantageous to always have parts ready to go for your next build. Keep it simple too. Put options that are easily swappable, like extra NVMe, more RAM, or even a better GPU. So anyway, yeah, this guy messaged me about the last build from my first video, and here's the specs from that. 650 watt EVGA, Ryzen 5600, B450 Strix, stock cooler, NZXT case, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 1 terabyte of NVMe inland, and a 3060 Ti Asus Dual. So essentially he wanted a better CPU, a better GPU, and more RAM. I have a 5800X on hand, but I don't feel like comfortably pairing it with that stock cooler. And he also wants a 4070, and I also feel the 650 watts is probably fine, but I feel more comfortable putting a 750 watt in. And anyone who wants a 4070 likely fits the customer demographic of someone who will reasonably upgrade within the next 1 to 2 years. So they'll probably want that extra headroom with a higher power supply. And you also wanted 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. I feel that offering the ability to upgrade sets you apart from other builders in your local market. It gives customer satisfaction as well as offers you pathways to increase your profit margin and get rid of the more expensive parts of your inventory. So this leads me to my next tip. Facebook Marketplace is an enigma in terms of the visibility of your posts. Some builds get a lot of traction, and some get 3 views in a week. When you do get a post that gets traction, I advise keeping it up. And then when people message you about it, say it's sold, but you have other comparable builds ready to go, and then send those links. That's essentially what happened with this one. Someone messaged me the same morning interested in that build. So I'm using this opportunity to tell the original customer that I'm making a completely customized new build to his new specifications. You can see here, upgrading it to the Thermaltake 750 watt gold, 5800X, B550, Deepcool AS500, courtesy of Krootman and his discount code there. Saba white case, I can't remember the exact model. And then there's a 32 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance. I believe it's 36 mega transfers. Fanjiang 1 terabyte. I believe I got that on eBay for a pretty good discounted rate. And putting a 4070 Ventus in there. You can also see the increased cost there. But of course, I'm going to be able to charge a higher premium, being a more upgraded build. Yeah, and here's the part staging area. Got your 4070 Ventus, B550 gigabyte board with the Deepcool cooler over there, as well as the RAM. It's already seated. Got our NVMe drive here, and our Thermaltake. I already have it all pinned out and everything, so it's just easy swapping. And the build is complete. Looking pretty good. Nice RGB on it, and just running through one of my favorite benchmarks, superposition. It's looking good. It looks like it's ready for the customer, so hopefully I have some footage of the exchange. But alright, late last night, customer reached out about that build I had posted on my last short. And, he reached out and he said, pick up for 700. And I said, yeah, sure, why not? It's only 20 bucks off. But you can see the specs there, as well as my options and whatnot. So I'm going to test this out real quick and make sure it's all ready to go for an exchange later today. Alright, so I'm just getting this computer together for the customer later, and I'm going to meet up with them. So before every sale, even though I know everything's working well, I like to kind of boot it up and make sure that everything works correctly and whatnot. So I turn it on, boot it up nicely, went right to Windows, and then usually I like to do a little quick benchmark here just to make sure everything is able to still be stressed. don't know why, but lately it boots to a red screen first for superposition. I don't know. Must be a new version or something like that. So let's let it run. Let's see here. It's playing nicely, and you can see the stats there. Despite being in my garage, the temperatures are running pretty nicely at 58, 60 degrees Celsius. And yeah, we'll let this finish, and then I'm gonna drop this off to the guy and get paid. See you guys later.